Many thanks to Fatal Attraction Squad, One Original DayZ servers, Clash Vanilla servers, Sgt. Pepper servers, Sea of Tools Cloud, We That Remain Roleplay, DayZ Sentinel servers, the Struggle Community, the Karma Crew servers, and DayZ Kraken leaderboards for making this video possible. DayZ 1.27 has changed Sakhal much more than players are aware of, so in this video we're going to be looking at every single change to this map, this patch, investigate the very limits to the newly added structures, and how to get to the new shipwreck without the need of a boat. Starting with the East Coast changes, many more buildings were added than I first realised, with the unnamed downed bridge area here getting a dozen or so houses along this dirt road here, and a tavern building just south of it along the main road. Just south of here, WOBO has been fully fleshed out to be an actual village now, adding many dirt roads as you can see here, along with several houses across the dirt road to the north, with the pier here being moved to align to the main road extension. Again, just south of here is the town of Aniva. Ruined structures can be found in the field to the north now, and several roads have been added to accommodate the new houses here, which essentially just expands Aniva to be a large chunk further to the west. On the way to Buran, using the new ice sheet route that was added last patch, a military tower has been added to this island here, along with two new bunkers on the south side here, which we'll get into later. Heading into Buran using this route, two barracks buildings have been added to the north side of Southport, and another barracks building can be found in this small industrial area near Buran's choke point here. This choke point area has had many trees removed from it, best seen here with more trees being removed from the north of Buran near the bunker area and towards the main entrance of Buran 2, again best seen in these images. On the way to the main bunker from here, a camo building can be seen just west of Eastport now, and all of the sandbag bunkers that lined the coast of Buran before have now been converted into these new concrete bunkers that we saw earlier, with a couple more of these bunkers being added to this area too. The new bunker buildings have been placed on 5 different islands around Buran as if they're serving the purpose of lookouts over the sea to protect Buran. The 5 different islands with these bunkers on are here, totaling 13 bunkers in total. Each one of these is exactly the same, so all of them come with a sliding door entrance and 3 window shutters. The entire structure is completely bulletproof apart from a small gap in the shutters shown here, with the door and shutter being lockable with a lockpick, and the door requiring 60 punches like other metal doors in DayZ to unlock, or 9 M4 rounds. These shutters don't really need to be locked though, as you cannot interact with them from the outside. You can only open the shutter from the inside, making throwing grenades inside only viable if you leave the shutters open. Another new structure we'll be given is the 2 types of buoy that are extremely useful for navigating between ice sheets in boats and will save you a lot of time in dense ice sheet locations like the ones around Buran. There's so many ice sheets here, it's just crazy. These buoys really do help you out when you're in first person on a boat, or they can guide you out of a blizzard to land. Both types have lights for night and are climbable too, allowing us to make fireplaces on them to warm up while we're crossing no fire zone ice sheets, and can even offer protection from bullets too. This makes buoys a great place to rest during ice sheet crossings, as fireplaces do not light on ice sheets and are much more powerful than the torch, allowing us to travel across this giant blob of ice sheets here without much issue, I would say. As long as you stay close to the buoys, you can use them to warm up and dry your clothes. Because of this, it's fairly easy to survive the crossing to Shantar from Buran now, which many players will likely attempt given the new point of interest shipwreck on the southwest side of the island now. The only changes to this whole area obviously is a giant boat, but also the ice sheets have been merged together so you can easily access the boat from any of the ice sheet directions marked on the in-game map by a boat icon if you're lost. This means you can rest up in the 2 caves that are near the shipwreck, these 2 here, with this one being the closest and this one on the other side here being dubbed one of the best caves on Sakhal. I would say it's probably the best, so expect to see more bases here as players try to stockpile the keys needed for the containers now, as the shipwreck looks to be the only location that we're going to be able to get them, and the shipwreck spawns some decent loot too. On the shipwreck you will find evidence of how this boat was being used to drop containers around the islands, I'm guessing in the form of dynamic containers, but other than that it's pretty much the same as a boat at Riffion Generous, just half buried in water. These containers can only be opened using the keys that have the corresponding lock colour and will degrade after each use, with no way to repair these keys when damaged. I did try every repair tool and there's absolutely no way to get through these locks with firepower, explosives or any type of damage that I could imagine. I don't know how to get inside these other than using the key to open them. This also applies to the hacksaw, lockpick and any other type of key. You have to be using the correct key and it has to be the correct colour for that lock too. You can get a sneaky little look inside the container through this gap. I can imagine this will probably get fixed, as you can actually see what you're going to get before you degrade your key and use it. The only other changes to the map of Sakhal is how there's a buttload of ruined log cabins like basically all over the main island, mostly in the centre of the island, with some of them being clusters. So there's clusters of these ruined log cabins here and there, such as at the frozen lake. There's now a few more of these ruined structures, and not far away from here is another one, with other ones being around the Ice Ridge Mountain in all directions. I go with what spawns here, inside the new bunkers, the shipwreck and the new containers, because loot has changed all over the place in the next video, as it takes a lot longer to test loot changes now, and the map tool won't be up to date with these changes until 1.27 goes to stable, as people are still using it for 1.26. For now, you are completely up to date with the map changes to Sakhal. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good day.